Hi guys, this is SDJR7F88 speaking with another update on, with a midweek update on Compton Martin. Now, as you know, at the weekend there was no update on Compton Martin. This was because purely because I did not get around to doing anything on the layout whatsoever. Literally, it was the same as the weekend before, so there's no point in doing an update when there's nothing to update you about, if you know what I mean. But anyway, it's midweek, and again, nothing has happened to the layout. Except, well, there are a few things that are going to happen to the layout. The main thing, I'm getting a lot of scenery this week. I'm picking up the static grass at the end of the week from Signals Models when I drop off those weathered wagons. So if any of you are interested in those weathered wagons, which you've seen in the previous video before this, as that has got quite a few views, the little slideshow of the images of the wagons anyway, they should be in Signals Models at Midsom Norton by Friday. So that's when I'm going to pick up the static grass. Right. Anyway, on back to the layout. Basically, I am going to replace the track. You're probably thinking, well, why? This is all brand new track. The reason for this is because of these connectors. You can see here. Now, as you can see, I've done some ballasting around this one. And obviously the sleepers, don't worry about the sleepers are grubby at the moment because I haven't cleaned the sleepers, as with the whole layout. But it looks really shoddy. This is because this little section here is supposed to come out, and there's like a gap between, here, you can clearly see it on this one here. This section here, you can see the line there and there, comes out, and basically when the boards are joined together, these three little squares will go in. I thought of this as a clever connecting idea. This is not, this is really rubbish, so I'm going to replace it. As you can see here, this is one of the fish plates up here. It's probably won't be able to see it, but I got it rather wrong way around. But you see, try to line all 8 of these fish plates up. Go on, focus. Ain't gonna focus it. There, you can see the end is buckled. So this fish plate is now useless. I can't apply it out or anything. There, you can see it's bent right there. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace all 3 of these sections of track here and there, so that basically they're flush directly up to the edge of this line, and all I just have to do is use the fish plates. That way if I break a fish plate, I only have to replace that one fish plate rather than a lot of them. And also, it'll mean that there's just one line across the board, which is that one there. And you're probably thinking, whoa, you spent 3 weeks doing the ballasting. So basically what you're telling me is you're going to rip up the track and the ballasting. The answer is no. I'm cleverly, well, hopefully this is, fingers crossed, this is in theory, going to take the boards apart, as they are. Basically they get a pair of pliers and slide the rails out of the sleepers, because this is Pico track. It's an old piece which I'm going to use as well. But as you can see, the shoes on there are really strong compared to the Hornby ones. So theoretically, I'll be able to slide the rails out from these shoes and then slide the new rails in. So that's the plan. What I'm going to do is I'm going to slide the new rails off this new sections of track, measure them to length, cut them for both the section, for all 3 sections. Then I'm going to slide the new rails into where the old ones are, and I'm going to take the old ones out and slide them onto the new sleepers here, so I'll have some spare track. So basically, I'm not wasting track, I'm just recycling it, moving it about. But that's basically what's going to happen, because that's going to make a better electrical joint. Because as you can see here, there's also, although this is joined up, there's a massive gap. Now, I know Makar Webb had problems with his layout, where he had done it all nice together, but the heat wave that we had recently buckled all of his track. Mine is quite the opposite, where I've actually made the gaps way too big. And as you can see here, there's a good 2, maybe even 3mm gap between here, and that's where the fish plate buckled and bent off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure these, and obviously I'm going to have the little gap, like he said, to stop, obviously the heat expansion there. A gap about that size there, where's it gone? Wrong gap, there, is acceptable. But that is obviously not acceptable. So I'm going to redo all these rails. I have some spare rails to do some to use other projects, which I'm thinking of doing a little competition in the summer, and more will be said about that in a video to come. But obviously I'm going to get this done, this project done first before I start anything else. But yeah, anyway, apart from that, Got another bag of ballast. That's so I can finish off around there, because this little bag here is not going to do all of that under there, all that around the signal, and all that down there. Oh, plus another little bonus I get from doing it with these 3 little sections of track that I bought specially for this section are now redundant, which means I can use one in the tunnel going into the yard, and I can have one down there. Or that's just a bit temporary bit of foam I put in there, and that'll obviously be ballasted over when it's done. See, it's still messy. But anyway, I've also found a way to weather the track, which will be, well, the ballast anyway, which will be seen in the main update at the weekend. So anyway, that's all for now. Only a short little update, saying you the sort of where Compton Martin's at for this week. Well, for the start of this week anyway. But anyway, so not much is happening, but fingers crossed this whole track idea will work, and Compton Martin will run a lot better, rather than those 3 silly connectors. So anyway, this has been SDJR7F88 speaking, and thanks for watching.